Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. What's up, my boy? With
Hey, what's
the
going on,
where
bro?
my dogs at? Hoorah!
Yes, sir. All day. I got my backhoe with me today.
Yeah, yeah. Just go, y'all get out of line. He got something for y'all, for
Yeah.
real. But yeah, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
how your week been going, man? I know you got that summer camp and stuff going on, and
Yeah, man, been pretty good, man. But it's been kind of draining, man. But it's we making it though. We got
I
one more
heard
day,
that.
man. We making it.
I heard that,
Yeah, we
dog.
making
So you now got some questions, man.
it.
That you might got answers for. And I had these questions. You got to somebody got to help me process through them. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying? You might have to get the people in the comment section to help us out.
Yes, they might have to help us out just a little bit. The first one, though, is
hmm
did the Lord create division based on Genesis 11? You know
hmm
why he had to come down and switch up the languages because they was building. It's
hmm
called the Tower of Babel. I think all of them was so in unity. They was building the tower
Right.
basically up to heaven, right? And he
Right.
came down and switch up the languages. Did that cause division or disunity? In
Hey, it could have, man. I don't have a really a definitive answer, but we had to get, like I said, to get the biblical technicians on that one.
yeah,
But
you know what I'm saying? Like I think about it now. If you take and it's kind of like segregation, right?
yeah,
Like you take and
yeah,
you put these over here and put these over here,
hmm
and these people learning one thing, these learning another thing.
right,
At some point, they gonna not like each other.
yeah,
Just like,
facts,
that's what happens.
yeah,
So I wonder if like if you and I had a language barrier,
hmm
would that be we wouldn't be able to get along like that because y'all don't understand you, you don't understand me. Now I
right,
ain't so I'm going back to my original question.
hmm
Since it's in the Bible, y'all, I didn't write it. Go to Genesis chapter 11 where he switched up the languages.
hmm
Did that create disunity? You know what I'm saying? This is stuff I be thinking about. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, that man, that's a tough one, man. Because like I said, you had to get the scholars on this one.
I'm to get the
You know what I'm saying?
biblical scholars. Y'all, hold on. First of all, y'all, I should have said this at the beginning. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, remix. Please comment on this because some of these questions I don't know. I just
Right,
don't know the answer for.
because like I said, if you give your opinion, if you give
Yeah.
your opinion of what you think, then it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be it's gonna be a show enough scholar gonna
That gonna
tap
come
in, and
dead.
and be like, like he gonna come in and dust you off, dust us off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or pure,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like so, that
Right.
stuff like that. Hey, if we need a expert on that one.
Yeah, so y'all
Yeah,
notice I didn't give my opinion. I just gave what I
right.
read, and that's it. I ain't say whether he did or didn't. I'm just asking the question, dog. Now,
Cause
another
some
one.
people, yeah,
Go
cause
ahead.
some
No,
people, no, cause saying some, cause some people, they will say he ain't the creator of confusion. So,
he ain't the author of confusion. So
yeah, so you know what I'm
I
saying?
get I
So,
get that too, but I gotta push back on that a little bit too, because
right, you know what I'm saying?
he ain't the
It's
author
it's
of
tough,
confusion of I guess knowing what his word and stuff is, but
right?
that right there, I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me move
Yeah,
on, darling.
yeah,
We're going down that rabbit hole, Doc. I'm gonna let the
yeah,
scholars
boy,
come in and fix that one.
yeah.
If Jesus had not died for us, what would the world look like or be like?
Mm,
Think about that, Doc. It would be an absolute. I don't know, bro. I don't even know if we'll be.
right. It probably, like I said, more like some people probably say we in chaos now, but you could only imagine
Yeah,
if he hadn't that, what would have taken place. You know what I'm saying?
right now. Think about it. Like, would we be like in a third world country, or would
hmm
we? You know what I mean? Because it would be absolute chaos without
Right.
him some people like just some people say chaos now, but they ain't seen chaos. Like some of the places
No,
you went and served in, is
right,
some serious places. That's absolute
right.
chaos. With
And the stuff I always tell people like the stuff that we got going on right now.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With the outside, we ain't political, but I ain't gonna, speak on all that or whatever, but just the
Yeah.
outside political stuff going on or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I always tell people, man, this is what's going on and what's gonna probably, take place in the future. If certain people
Yeah.
get their way. It kind of remind me of the Book of Eli, that movie, The Book of Eli.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about. I'm gonna have to go
You know
check
what
it
I'm
out.
saying? Yeah, check that
Mm-hmm.
out, man. When they only had that one dictator,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, everybody was in complete chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
it's almost like the what was that Road Warrior movie or something like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
Thunderdome thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You check that out, man. It's cool, man. It's good.
I'm gonna check that out. All right. So if there was a famine in the land, what would
Hmm.
we do? With the state of the way the world is now,
Hmm.
would we be able to grow crops, or would we be able to bounce back? Because you think about it, they building houses on everything.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got no land hardly to, or would they start doing what organic,
Hmm.
watermelon with no seeds and all this stuff like that? And how
Hmm.
long would that last? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't reproduce it.
Right. That man right there, that'll be a struggle. That'll be a struggle in itself
Yeah.
because you know what some people probably would do,
Mm-hmm.
because my neighbor, he does that. Like
Mm-hmm.
he got his own garden in his backyard, but it's only so big.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So that'll be like you said, because of the, I guess, with this the shortness of land, people
Yeah.
selling land and farmland and all
Yeah.
that stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be kind of like you saying, I don't know how long it will maintain.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Because you think about it,
Right.
even the land that we have is probably contaminated.
Mm-hmm.
So would it even grow vegetables and stuff like that? And these questions I think about. If anybody want to chime in, just let us know. Because these
Right.
questions I have for real. What if we ran out of water? What would we do?
Yeah, yeah, that would be, man.
You
And
see what I'm saying?
something like, they're talking about famine, like around here. I don't know if it's the whole state of North Carolina or what, but
Mm-hmm.
I know around here, anyway, they were
Mm-hmm.
talking last week that they like when it got before all this rain came that we're getting now,
Uh-huh.
it was so hot. And, the sun was scorching. It was scorching up here. They just told the farmers just go ahead and cut all the corn down
Ain't that something? Because it's
because it
burned
was,
up.
yeah, because the corn was burned up. Yep.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with it. Like, I mean, it's think about it. Remember in the country, if
Mhm.
it ain't green and you pull it back and it got them things in it where it's yellow,
Yep.
if
Yep.
if not, it's gonna be hard. You might well feed that to the
Hmm.
cow, to the hogs, or whatever you're gonna do with it, because it
Right.
ain't no good. You
And
know what I'm
then,
saying?
like I said, man, we kind of, like you talking about going forward with that, like if it's a famine, can people survive?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't getting on the younger generation, but I got to put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying this because, with the summer camp, we took the kids fishing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other day,
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was and we got to take them, get them acclimated a little bit more, because it was some, a few boys out there, they didn't know how to bait the hook.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to, work on that. So if it's a famine and you got to go fish, you
Go
12,
hunt.
13, yeah, you 12, 13, 14, years old, and you know what I'm saying? And you need to bait your hook, or like you say, go hunting. And if a
Mm-hmm.
fish come out of the water, you pull a fish out of the water, you know how to take them off the hook. Like how
Mm-hmm.
you gonna, you know, survive, because it's ponds and lakes around us if we have
Uh-huh.
to go back to fishing and stuff like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And
No.
we know how to do all that. We can
Right.
survive off the land. It's just the rest of the world, like would they, how would they like maintain? Because so many people so used to going to the grocery store and getting this, and then if you
Yep.
got to grow it, you got to know the time of the year to grow it. And
Yep.
you probably have like people, a lot of people just going into people's property trying to steal food because they
Yep.
hungry. I mean, it'll be a real
They
problem.
prob
But
and they probably will run up into people's houses too, because like you got some
yeah,
of those people that that's really into growing their food.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they grow their food, they put it up for the winter
Yeah, they put it
in
in like in the
freezers and stuff.
deep freezers. Yeah, deer
Yeah,
meat.
so yeah, corn, stuff like that or
Yeah,
whatever. They
yeah.
vegetables, they like the collard greens and stuff like that. They cook that stuff
Mm-hmm.
down or whatever, and they put it up in
Yeah,
plastic bags and stuff like that. So it's still a lot of old school cats that do that around this way. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell y'all, them old school cats, y'all. They got shotguns. So don't run up in nobody's
Oh
houses.
nah, right. Yeah,
I'll just give
you
y'all the warning now. Do not
right.
run up in their house. That's a
Yep.
fact. So now we're gonna go ask some questions. This question right here.
Hmm.
What would okay, for example, all right, y'all going on a nice vacation, you know what I'm saying? Y'all,
Hmm.
you ready to go lay back, you done drove 10, 12 hours, you get to the hotel, get in the room. What would you do if you found a body in the hotel room?
Man. Hey, bro. Hey, man, I think about that all the time, man. We go on vacation, man. You know what I'm saying?
You see
Like,
what would you do, dog, if you found a, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, what
man, my PTSD will kick in. You know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying? Man, it'll kick in, bro. I'm like, yo, hey, what we got going on? You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
bro, y'all ain't checked this room, bro. I mean, come on now. Like, I mean,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So another one. Do bald people that work at restaurants gotta wear hairnets, bro?
I seen that. I seen that, man. That's a good. You got some good questions tonight, man. It's funny though, man. But that's what we're here for, to chop it up
Yeah,
a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
that is the wildest thing that I've seen. Somebody bald headed with a hairnet. So they let me know that it must be part of the uniform.
It gotta be part of the uniform. Dog. It got to
Yeah,
be because
I've
you
seen
ain't
that.
got no hair. You
Yeah, I've
know,
seen that. Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So if you have described something as indescribable, haven't you
Mhm.
already described it? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's indescribable, but then they go and try to explain it. But ain't you
Right,
described it already, bro?
right, man.
I'm just saying, like some of the stuff you think, like, we
Hmm.
people say stuff all the time, like say for example, like if you see somebody like, yeah, man, I see you at work today, bro.
Right,
I'm at work. what what you thought I was
right,
gonna take off? Like you don't think
right,
about it. You just a little small talk. You say, hey man, I see you made it in today. I
right.
mean, why wouldn't I, bro?
And sometimes people, like they might come off the dome with something, something sounding kind of wild, like a weird question. It's almost like I chalk that up as they really don't know how to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
have small talk or address
There
you
you
or
go.
whatever.
Down not the
I guess,
elevator talk.
yeah, I guess they probably, trying to break the ice or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But like
yeah.
cause some people really ain't conversationists. You know what I'm saying?
The younger people, man, really have issues with like holding a conversation. They won't
Yep.
look you in the eyes.
Nope.
They 2 seconds, they checked out. Like you ask them, they
Yep.
one word is, "Hey man, how your day going? It's good."
Yep.
They
That's
don't know how
it.
to hold no conversation, man.
Is this where we at right now, man? Like
Yeah,
it's where we at. The technology. Technology got it on
yeah.
lock, man. This is where we at now.
Technology really got it, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. You can't even. We talked about that last week. I think
Mm-hmm.
what about 90% of the people in
Yep.
between 13 and 29 or something, 19 and
Mm-hmm.
29,
Mm-hmm.
social media. Down nothing else
Yep.
but social media. Get their news, social media, everything social media. So why is it
And
called beauty sleep, even though you wake up looking a hot mess, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, I'm gonna get me some beauty sleep. When you wake up looking toe up, dog.
man,
All right.
that's wild, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
then this is an actual question. And
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you mine. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Mm.
I'm gonna tell
Go
you
ahead.
mine.
What
So
you got?
one day I'm in church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I
Mm-hmm.
hops up and I felt my foot doing something funny, right? I said, man, what in the
Mm-hmm.
world wrong with my foot, bro? I looked down, doc, the whole bottom of my shoe then came away from it's holding
Come
on
on,
by the
bro.
sole.
Boy,
So what I had to do was put my foot down and
mm-hmm.
drag it all the way to the back like it was something wrong with my knee. I had to go use the bathroom. I had to drag it up there. And man said, man, what's going on with your knee, man? I said, then I couldn't even lift my foot. Every time I lift it up, the bottom flap off that. That's
I think, man.
one of those.
Yeah, I think for me, man, I think back, man, on my on the childhood going to
Mm-hmm.
school in the lower grades. I
Uh-huh.
think that one of the most embarrassing things for me, man, was mom sent me to school one day, man, and some of those
Oh Lord.
the green jean bell
Uh-huh.
bottoms.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I cried, man. I cried, man, going to school, man. It was some bell bottoms that I'm just like, yo, mom, I don't want to wear these.
I
Like,
don't want to wear these. And they got the big part
yeah,
in the side, doc.
yeah, man. They had some bell bottom jeans, man. It was covering my shoes, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah.
never forgot that, man.
Mom, you wrong for that.
Yeah, I ain't never forgot that, man.
But you know what? We had wore some kind of embarrassing stuff though. That doggone part that Pops used to comb in there, doc. And I
Yeah,
tried all day to get it out. I don't know what the
right,
heck he put on that part, doc. But that
right.
baby stayed right there all day.
And
For real.
when you wear something like that, man, you are uncomfortable all day.
All day,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
All
You don't
day.
never get right until you take that stuff off, man.
And I'm telling you, bro, till you get home, you get out the school bus and
Hmm.
you able to take them green bell bottles.
Man, I swear,
Yo,
man.
that's great. All right. So do you think if anything is possible, it's still possible for anything to be impossible?
Say that again.
All right. Do you think if anything is possible,
Possible. Hmm.
is it still possible for anything to be impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
say
do.
yeah.
I do
I
too.
say
That
yeah. I say
I
yeah.
think, yeah.
I say
I
yeah.
think I think so too, because you gotta think about it, man. If I know the Bible says all things are possible to him that believe, but what if he don't
Hmm.
believe? Then that
Right.
means is the possible is still impossible. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I mean, he don't believe it, so it ain't possible for him. It's impossible.
Because I mean, I don't know how good you can swim or whatever, because it could
Mhm.
be possible that you can swim across that lake, but
Yeah,
when you get ready to go across it, it's gonna pretty much be impossible. If you know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Yeah, for real. Especially if
you
you're in the
know,
wrong lake. You got some water
man,
moccasins out there.
right. So yeah.
I agree with you on that, dog. Do fish have a thirst for water? You know what I'm saying? Like,
boy, you killing me with these tongue with I'm gonna call them tongue twisters. You
oh
killing
yeah,
me with these.
you know what I'm saying? Like, do they though? Like, I know
Mhm.
when they get out of water, they flop around. Is that them
Mhm.
having a thirst for water then? Or because they can't be thirsty inside the water, I
Right.
don't think, right? So it got to be when
Right.
they come out, they got to
Right.
be, bro.
Yeah. So you say that like that, I would agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
yeah,
agree with you because, like I said, you got once you put them in, you got to run. You know, how I saying you seen some guys catch fish, and
yeah.
once they catch them, they catch and release. Right, they run the water
Yeah,
through the gills, and then they
yep.
let them go. Because
Let them go.
I think if they catch them and leave them out for a while, they just throw them back in there, they'll float and die.
They'll float and die. Yeah, they got to get the
Yeah.
water going back through them, I guess. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Why is sandwich meat round when the bread square? Like the bologna doc. You think about that though. You go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is stuff, man, that I've seen. I'm just like, yo, this is. I mean, it trips you out though, man, because it's questions that you really don't. We see it every day,
But you don't think about it.
but you don't think about it.
Right.
All right. So if men develop monkeys, why do we still have monkeys?
You said me and develop monkeys.
Yeah, if we developed monkeys, why do we
Hmm.
still have monkeys?
I
Like
don't
what?
get that.
Like I guess they're saying if they develop if they like they said some people created monkeys like in a lab or something like that. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think they come from Africa, don't they? Don't monkeys come from
Yeah,
Africa?
jungle. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
I
I
don't,
mean,
yeah.
I know what you're saying about the, with that. Probably asked the question.
Yeah.
That's the one of the questions that they asked. But I mean, I don't know if they created them in the lab.
I don't know either, bro.
Right.
I don't think they did that either. That one was when I looked at, I was like, should I read that one? But I tried it. If there's
Mm-hmm.
an ambulance on its way to save someone, it knocks someone down. Would they have to stop and help them, or they got to keep going?
That's a good question, bro.
You know what I'm
That
saying? Like,
that really is because like I said the other day, like when I was up your way and it was a fire truck going
uh-huh.
to a situation, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it was 3 lanes, so I'm in the middle lane.
Mm-hmm.
They behind us, and it was a car over to the to my left, right? So what they
Mm-hmm.
did was I ain't know what to do. I'm in the middle, like, but they actually came through the light like they was gonna push us out of the way. But what happened? The car to the left, the light was red, right where we were
Mm-hmm.
sitting at. So
Mm-hmm.
what it did, the car that was to our left went through the light and sat out in the middle of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Why the rescue squad went through, but it was like they had to get to where they was going. You know what I'm saying? And they won't take it no
Right.
prisoners. You
Right.
know what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
So
Like, so is that
cause
something that?
right, because I'm wondering, like I was telling my wife, I was like, what if we sit here watching it play out? I'm like, now if this car beside us move out of the way like it did and go out in traffic and get hit, like what's gonna happen?
Would they have to stop or call somebody else to?
Right.
I,
So
I don't know, man. Like
I'm think
I'm with you on that.
yeah, now you say it like that. That's a good question, but I'm thinking that they probably I'm thinking they probably gonna go to the call to the task at hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll probably have to call somebody else.
They would have
You
to,
know,
dog. They would
yeah, you
have
know what I'm
to,
saying?
cause I'm
Because
with
they
you
already
on
on the
that one,
way.
dog. Yeah, cause they already assigned to a call.
Right. And see what they was doing, man. It was like, they usually slow down, and try to wait till people get out of the
Mm-hmm.
way, right?
Uh-huh.
But they didn't do that, man. They just come through like, yo, y'all get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And they was going to get it. So I just sat there,
They said y'all
you
need to
know.
get out of the way, cause we got to
Yep.
go. Which
So the
I
la-
see them do it up here all the time.
so the lady beside us, she was like, they end up going on her side, almost pushing her out of the way. So she just basically drove out in traffic under the stoplight. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Out in the middle. She sit there for a couple of seconds. She was like, "Well, I'm already out here now on the red light. I might well go hang this right." She shot on. So I'm
Wow.
like,
Wow.
yeah, it
Wow.
was a weird situation though.
All right. This
Yeah,
this last one, dog. What are two things that you think are normal, but become really strange when you do them repeatedly?
two things you do normal,
I'm
but it
trying to
really
think of it.
strange.
When you do
You
them
see,
repeatedly, yeah. Uh, hey, bro, y'all had to help us out with this.
they sent you those questions. Like
No,
say they
no,
sent you, yeah,
no. Oh, these are ones I looked up. Like, you know what I'm
okay,
saying? Yeah. Cause
right.
somebody go ahead and help us out with these. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
something that two things you think are normal, but become strange when you do them repeatedly.
Yeah, that's a wild one there.
Yeah,
I
that's a
can't, I
tough
can't,
one, Doc.
yeah, I can't think of nothing.
Me either, bro.
I can't think of nothing unless you know what I'm saying? Unless somebody unless they be, you know what I'm saying? They be counting their fingers and toes or something.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they like, I don't know, like blinking their eyes repeatedly, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Is that's a weird one. And I got one more. If you punch yourself in the face and it hurts, are you weak or strong?
Man.
First of
Hey,
all, I ain't punching myself in the face.
and if you do, like you'll know how hard to hit yourself. Trust me. You'll know how hard unless you do it inadvertently.
Yeah, yeah. Like how
Then
you
you
pulling something, hit you back
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that, that
Yeah,
that hurt right there. Yeah.
that hurt.
Yeah.
That. That's hurt.
Yeah, but if you just intentionally doing it, you'll know how hard to hit yourself.
You definitely will. Hey, well, listen, thank y'all for joining Man Talk 133, the unhinged edition, the unhinged edition, Doc. Hey,
Right.
like, comment, subscribe, share. Until next time, we out.